And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. We got a great show lined up. David Schwartz is officially retiring from being the Chief Technology Officer of Ripple. Everybody, that's amazing. David Schwartz is retiring. Amazing. I read that earlier, a few hours ago, and I'm like, what? What do you think that means? We're going to start the show off with this, but what is it? What do you think it means? Rob Bob Bobby. Hey, Stu Lavelle, quit stealing my lines. David Schwartz is going to be on the board of directors at Ripple, but he's done. His job is done. He can do no more. Yeah, Stu Lavelle said the same thing as me. Job is done. Let me tell you something, guys, gals. It means to bank, have till November. You know, I'm going to start off by reading the article here. Ripple CEO has shocking response to the chief technology officer's resignation. He says, "You're my boss now?" When David Schwartz becomes the board of directors, then he's basically in charge of everybody underneath. Yeah, David Schwartz is now one of the bosses at Ripple. Boss, he's a boss. Come on over. We'll have some coffee and we'll talk. Ripple is one of the most popular blockchain tech and crypto payments firm in the world. Notably, Schwartz has been associated with both Ripple and the XRP ledger since the beginning of these projects. Schwartz said he is stepping down as Ripple Chief Technology Officer at the end of the year to spend more time with his family. He shared that over the last few months, he's been researching other use cases for XRP besides what Ripple is focused on. Besides, he isn't leaving Ripple forever as he accepted a job to join the crypto firm's board of directors. Let me click Ripple CEO Ash Schwartz. You're my boss now? Garlinghouse called Schwartz the smartest and funniest person he knew and praised his contribution to Ripple and the XRP ledger. A true OG with the conviction and vision to see what others couldn't. You're a legend, Brad Garlinghouse said. The CEO said he's glad to see Schwartz joining the Ripple board. He lightheartedly added, "Wait, does this mean you're my boss now?" Both Garlinghouse and Schwartz share a long relationship at Ripple, where they have been witness to the years-long battle over regulatory status of XRP that got resolved. If we look on the X page, David Schwartz says, "As happens in one's life, I've been taking stock of my last 40 years. It's been a wild ride. I've gone from consulting for the NSA to watching the early stages of Bitcoin. Then I met Arthur, Jed, and Chris and worked on coding the XRP ledger. Now I spent more than 13 years at Ripple. I can't begin to explain the depth of gratitude to this company, the people who work here, and the community that surrounds the XRP ledger. It's been one of the greatest honors and experiences of my life, second only to my amazing family. The time has come for me to step back from my day-to-day duties as Ripple Chief Technology Officer at the end of this year. I'm really looking forward to spending time more with the kids and the grandkids and going back to the hobbies I set aside. But be warned, I'm not going away from the XRP community. You haven't seen the last of me yet, now or ever." The last few months, I've been tinkering on the side, spinning up my own XRPL node and publishing its output data, researching other use cases for the XRP, besides what Ripple is focused on and more. I truly enjoy this part, getting my hands dirty, talking to the builders, coding for the pure love of it, and I'm really excited to get back to that. More to come on this very soon, I'm sure. Back to the gratitude to Brad and Monica, leaders who have been here nearly as long as I have and are the very soul of Ripple itself. To Chris, who took a huge leap of faith and never wavered. To Arthur, who had the big ideas every time we needed them. To Ripple X team, Ledger developers, community members, builders, and everyone else. It's been an honor being in the trenches with you all. Thank you for everything you have done for the XRP Ledger. I have total confidence in the next generation of leaders, builders, including Dennis Jarosh, Ripple's Senior Vice President of Engineering, and far too many others to name in the XRP community who will carry the torch. Wow, that is sad. Let's see here. We're going to discuss this a little bit because it's very important. Wow, so I'm going to click out of that. My name is Crypto Hawk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. Don't buy anything I tell you to buy. Don't sell anything I tell you to sell. Everything on the show is bullshit. I don't know anything about crypto, financial advising. I'm so fucking high all the time, 24/7. I snort heroin, cocaine, methamphetamine, mescaline, peyote, mushrooms, LSD, you name it. I snort it, inject it, drink it, slam it, whatever it is, 24/7, high all the time. Now, let's get back just really quickly what David Schwartz said. Everybody, I told you that in 2013-14, there was Ripple Singapore. They were done. They already had the gold and silver in the vault. No other channel's been talking about this at all. They already had their trading of cryptos and turning crypto into gold and all these things, stocks, bonds. They had the liquidity hub all done. The automated market maker, the XMM, I showed you that, 2014. All the shit was already done. I think for the past 7, 8, 9 years or so, I think what it was is hooking everybody up they could. Like all the big banks and shit, that's what I think they were doing. I mean, they were going literally to all the top banks. That's why you see what's going on now with BlackRock and all these massive companies. They're all not like Swift. I've been showing you now. They're all hooking up. They're all linking together. Can you see all this? They're done adopting. Like that's what David Schwartz. They were hooking them all up for the past 10 years. They hadn't greenlighted anything, but they are all downloading the software, testing it on private ledgers all this time. I hope you spent your time wisely watching Crypto Hulk Show, learning from Crypto Hulk Show. And I've been showing you and exposing all of this for the past 3 years. Ripple Russia, Ripple China, they're all hooked up, everybody, like Crypto Hulk says. These other channels have not a clue. All right, zero evidence. They've shown you nothing. Have they been showing you Ripple Russia? No. Ripple China? No. Nothing at all. It's embarrassing. When you watch Crypto Hulk Show, it's a very aggressive program. Okay, I'm not trying to do dumb shit like everybody else. Okay. We're going to look at who are all the connections, this, that. We buy them, we pump them, dump them, keep them, whatever the fuck. I don't tell people what to do. Every crypto we go over, use case, solid connections, this, that. Hey, whether you keep it, make $200, one day you're going to miss out on $200,000 and be like, oh, man, you might have $20,000, $30,000 you made over the past 4 or 5 months. What the fuck is that? That ain't going to last anytime. The crypto is the one that where you can make the money on. You'll see. You'll get your cheeks clapped when you got a handful of $30,000, but no crypto because you were selling it all off. Sucks being you. I show you all the connections. I showed you Ripple Singapore, Ripple Indonesia, on and on and on. All the connections with, I showed you Ondo working with Axelar and Ripple with BlackRock for 2 months, 2 solid months. No other channel would even talk about it. Then all of a sudden, Ripple announces it. Oh, yeah, Ripple and Ondo. Yeah. You weren't saying that 2 months ago, bitch. But that's how it is on this channel. We're always ahead. And right now, what you're seeing is Swift, BlackRock, they're all linked up with this Cosmo SDK. That's what's happening now. They're all integrating together, everybody. Before they're like little islands all over the time. Now there's bridges connecting them. That's what I've been showing you for 3 years now. Z payment. The Russians already have crypto. They're ready to go. They are ready to go. Africa's getting hooked up now. Remember, no one's getting rich till Africa's hooked up. Okay. I'm just letting you know. Larry Brotherton, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thailand, January, looking good. Stu, you never know. I'm telling you what. We're kind of having a little snafu over here at the Crypto Hulk House, and it's very possible I might be able to get away, let's say, take Mrs. Hulk and go to Thailand and see Stu Lavelle. It's a possibility. So we're working on some stuff right now. Don't know if we can pull it off. May or may not, but something came up to where we would probably be able to break away for who knows. So I'm not holding my breath, but I'll keep you updated. That's definitely one place I'm going to go is Thailand. Disabled XRP. XR Pizzle, that's for shizzle. Thank you very much for that. Mike Gilbert. Mikey says, dang, Anderson attorney just called. Meeting set. I got my Anderson meeting tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Pacific time. I think they're getting really, really close to launching all the paperwork for Crypto Hulk legal team. I'm telling you what, the car, the house, everything, it's all getting split up in different LCs. Now, Mike, the cost of my legal shit is like double what you guys are going to pay. I got so much shit to protect and hide and all that stuff. But TJ Smith, thank you for all you do, Hulk. Bloody legend. I do my best to deep dive. Sometimes spend a lot of time looking for something, looking for different cryptos. If you guys want to flip, make some money here and there, you got to have some fun. But some of these cryptos, I'm telling you what, you're going to wish you never sold them. And I'm not getting down on nobody unless you guys are out there trying to make money off fellow members. But we're stopping that because we're not going to be dumping all this money and have some guy putting in 4,000, 5 guys putting in $4,000 and liquidating all of us. You're supposed to, okay, look, those are called Blue Falcons, buddy fuckers. What you do is you wait for the outside people to the show and you get this pump going up, not 30 to 50%, dumbass. Look, if you put 4,000 in, let's get it up to 20,000. Then you can make 80,000. See what? But some of you guys are so fucking stupid. We could usually get 7 to 20x's on a pump, but we get these little fucking dumbasses that are just trying to get 30% and they book out real quick. That's so fucking stupid. So you make 1,500 or $2,000. Wouldn't you like to make 12 to 15,000? Some of you guys are so fucking stupid. I swear to God. We could get 20x. We got enough people here and money. Some of you guys are just feeding off each other. That's so fucking stupid. Okay. So we're going to be looking at deck screeners. And anytime we see anybody put anything over $2,000, fuck it, just get out, sell your shit, dump it. Okay. These motherfuckers that come in with $4,000 or whatever, check wallets. I want you to check wallets on some of these people. You see somebody put in 1,000, click on their wallet thing and see if they really put in 4,000, but it looks like 1,000. I'm going to put it out there. That's what I'm going to do. We're not going to have Crypto Hulk members dumping on other members, taking their money. That's so fucking stupid. So I'm going to call them out when I see them. We're going to look on the deck screener. All you guys are going to know how to use a deck screener. Do not invest unless you're looking at a deck screener, looking at who are the people putting in money. You click to the right side and it drops down. It shows every time they bought and sold. Okay. And if you see they got 1,000, 1,000, and it's like 5 minutes ago, oh shit, they're going to dump 5,000 on your ass. Okay. I'm trying that what I want you to do is don't invest in it, or I want you to dump all your money out when you see that shit. Okay. What you're supposed to do when you invest on Crypto Hulk Show, but we got some fucking retards that are going to be broke dicks because the way that they think and they invest, so fucking stupid. Before we could hit 7x, 10x, 22x. Imagine that. You put in $4,000, that's $80,000. These motherfuckers are trying to make 1,500 or $2,000. They'll put in 4,000, keep it for like 7 minutes, 8 minutes, and pull it out like right away so they can make 1,500 or $2,000. We could make $80,000. We've done it. We've 22x a lot of times with 15x, knowledge 10x. Now these fuckers, when it hits 30 to 60%, boom, they try to cut loose and make $1 or $2,000. Low IQ. So what we're supposed to do is want two things. One, get these X's up to 10X, 20X. Number two, we got enough people in Crypto Hulk Show to create a lot of movement in the crypto. Number three, you're supposed to take the money from people that are not Crypto Hulk members, you fucking jackasses. So all these other people that are watching Crypto Hulk Show that don't even watch the show, they're just invested in shit, you take their money. But these motherfuckers are dumping within 5 to 7 minutes. That means they're taking your money. So when you invest with Crypto Hulk Show, I want you to look at the deck screener and examine people's wallets while you're sitting there and see how much of these people putting in. And we're going to stop this shit. And if it just kills pumps, then guess what? No one's making any money. That's how it works. Okay, we're going to do that. And if you're going to invest in it, you're going to invest in it because it's a good project. And you're going to invest long term. You're not going to do a pump dump so you can make some money today. Maybe it's tomorrow that crypto goes up. But the rest of the world, look, you fucking retards, the rest of the world is not going to invest in a crypto when everybody's dumping in 7 minutes. That's so fucking stupid. I got some of the dumbest motherfuckers that try to sign up and get on Crypto Hulk Show. The dumbest motherfuckers. The smart people on the show, they just wait, let everybody do all the dumb shit, and then they'll go back in when it's cheap. It's embarrassing. It really is embarrassing. So just look in there, everybody. Look at the deck screener. Start opening up all kinds of wallets. People that put money in, I want you to see. Then you look to the left side and see when did they put it in. If they're putting in $3,000-$4,000 in the past 5-10 minutes, don't invest. Just dump your money out. That's how we get rid of dumb shits like that. You guys got to be smarter investors. Just because when I read off of crypto, just don't start dumping money in. Look in there and see who's putting money in. Look at how much people are putting in. $300 or $500, that's about normal for people like us. $4,000, all they're going to do is dump and take your money. I'm trying to teach you. If you invest in a Crypto Hulk crypto, think long term. Just don't think 5 to 7 minutes. That's what we're not trying to do on the channel. We used to make a lot of money on this channel until some dumb motherfuckers joined up, and all they're going to do is take your money. Do you see how that works? So I'm showing you right now, we're gonna solve the problem of people putting in $4,000 or $5,000 and selling 7 minutes later on you. That's so fucking stupid. So we're gonna stop all that. When I give a crypto, that's gonna be a very, very good crypto. That's when you want to buy. When these people dumping all the money are gone and they pull their money out, then go back in and buy it. Okay, that's what we do. You watch the charts and stuff. You see what people are doing over the next 1 hour, 2, 3, 4, 5. We make a lot of times the crypto moves more after the show because these dumb fucks on the show buy it and sell it in 7 minutes. that's like they're selling you out right away. Other people that join the crypto, they just sell you out. They'll put $4,000 in, and once they see, bam, they'll sell it and make 60%. So that's $2,000. Fuck everybody else. And about 5 guys are doing that. So that's like $30,000 right there, you know? So there you have it. But the cryptos that we go over are really, really good. And what's going to happen, now I got guys that will put $100 into pretty much every single crypto I go over. And other ones, other people will just put in $100 and hold it, not trade it for cryptos that are really good. And some of them got 30 cryptos that I've gone over. Some of them got like 50 and like, Crypto Hulk, I think I'm going to sell off some. So they call me up, get my expert opinion. I look back at my notes and we talk about a crypto and which one. I haven't eaten for 3 years. Oh. So when you invest in a crypto, you got to do it the right way. So that's why I'm going over these things. I haven't lost anything. Yeah, I've never lost anything at all in cryptos. Because when I sell off, it's 3 to 4 hours, 5, 6, 7 hours later, and I'll make my 30% 40%. So I'll put in $500, and these dumb motherfuckers in 7 minutes sell off, and then later in the show, the crypto hits 30, 35% ish, whatever. Bam, sell it off. So if I put 600 in, I just made $200. If I do that 4 times in a week, that's $800 a week. I've written it down before and told you. Each week, this week I made $700. Here's what I did. I tell you. But what you guys are doing is when people dump, you dump. I haven't lost any money at all. I've always made money every single week. So if you're losing money, you got to call Crypto Hulk and find out what the fuck you're doing wrong. Even if these cryptos hit 30%, I won't sell at 15, but when they hit about 30 or something, then bam, that's good enough. Like 2-3 hours later, 5 hours later, I see it hitting 30%. Boom, that's when I sell. Think about it. If you put in $1,000 and you sell at 30%, now you just made $300. But what you're doing is when you see everybody dumping, you do the same thing. I've never lost any money. I keep telling you guys don't do that, but you keep doing the same thing, the same fucking thing. You see a dump, you sell it off. I've never lost any money. So there you go. Let us start Seals Q. We got a Seals Q again in the. Let me see. There's a lot of great news. Let's start with Seals Q. Now, Seals Q is an actual company. They're out of Switzerland. They do have an American location. You can buy Seals Q on the stock market. I started talking about Seals Q, and the stock, I think, is up 100% from when we started, maybe more. Somebody let me know. We started going over Seals Q, 8 months ago? What was it? Some of you guys bought it 8 months ago. I told you, get this get this stock. What was it? Because we got Caleb Brown, that's when I really started buying and selling cryptos again. But I think somewhere around, somebody look up February or March 2025. What was Seals Q then? Because it was like $2. Stu Lavelle says $2. I think it was like around $2. And now it's about $4. So it went up 100% in 7-8 months. 370. I think it was around $2.05 or something. Okay, Jane got it at $2.88. I bought it at $2. Mark, congratulations. Crypto Hulk got you in at a good price. And even right now, I mean, shit, $4. Oh, Michael Gilbert. Yes, we did. I bought a shitload under $1.75. Way to go, Mike Gilbert. I was telling you back was $1.75, the Seals Q. You know, sometimes. So what Mike Gilbert did is bought it at $1.75. One of these days, that shit's gonna be $500 or $1,000, maybe even more. Oh shit! This USMC water rescue, $2.51. When you had me buy it, I got $30,000 worth. Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. And then when all of his shares are at $1,000 a piece, oh shit! Multiply whatever thousands of shares you got, times that by $1,000. Brian Carson got it for under $2. Damn. Okay. Seals Q. Let me do a copy again and a paste. I'll tell you what, this Seals Q just hooked up. I'm going to Vegas. I'd like to go to Vegas again in about 6 months or 3 months. It's cheap where I live. Reno to Vegas. I leave the house. Literally, I take an Uber to the airport. 8 minutes. Fly to Vegas. 45 minutes. And it's cheap as fuck. I can get a round trip ticket from Reno to Vegas for like, no joke, like $100 or something. I can't even drive there. I mean, it would cost me more to drive. I can hop out a jet and be there round trip, man. $100 or something, or $120 at the most, or maybe $75. Like, really, it's that fucking welfare cheap. It cost me so much money for gas. I could just fly there. So, and then the rooms now in Vegas, you guys, shit, they're like 30, 40% off. I'm telling you, it used to be expensive, not anymore. How do you think I got in that Trump hotel? I got like a $1,500 room for like $350. Don't tell everybody, but they're hurting in all these casinos and stuff. I've never been in such a badass room in my life with the floor to ceiling glass windows with the strip view. Man, I got like the penthouse. I was on a 62nd floor. Right above me were the rooms that were like $5,000 to $10,000 a night. Like, I was right on the verge. I was at like, my room's like 75% off or something like that. But I got this room that was so fucking amazing. I felt like I was like a king or royalty or some shit. And yeah, Vegas right now is cheap. Micah Ward, thank you very much for that. Just went to buy Quait, Qait. It doesn't show any way to swap on Hashpack. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just holding my shit on that. I'm not. Hashpack, you can't really buy, sell, swap, trade. It's a different kind of a beast. But let's talk about Seals Q here. All right, now Seals Q is a Hedera partner. I want you to see what they do. Seals Q makes hardware, but they incorporate Hedera, HBAR, Ripple partner. Algorand's mixed up in this. Chainlink's a partner of Ripple. Are you seeing all this comes together? It's not like Seals. Look, I don't have MOUs, memorandums of understanding between Hedera and Seals and all shit. I don't have all that. I'm just using what I call common sense. What I believe is this: Ripple, Hedera, Chainlink, Algorand, and all that shit. They're all partners. They work together. They sit in the same rooms and shoot the shit. Okay. And if Seals Q needs something, maybe they don't advertise it, but maybe Chainlink is doing something where Chainlink integrates with a certain Ripple, which gives Hedera this. Look, maybe they're all not sitting in the same room, but they're utilizing technologies. Okay. They're not like, oh no, we're not going to use them. And that's so fucking stupid. So Seals Q has a microchip. We're seeing here, it's quantum resistant. For all you people that bought Seals Q, congratulations, because they're going to launch this thing. Seals Q is going to start selling that shit around the world. They're the only ones right now that has it. Can someone else come up with it? Absolutely. Is there anybody now? No, there's not. So that's called first mover advantage. That's massively important. You got Seals Q, you are going to see that price skyrocket, okay? It's in the news. Like, I'm reading different articles all the time. Seals Q right here just hooked up the country of India. with 3 times the population of the United States. You know what they're going to do? Put their microchip in everybody's fucking device. I got 2 phones. Then I got 2 computers, router modem, Bluetooth speakers. Do you know how many devices? We're talking billions of devices in India. Seals Q and Kaynes, Kaynes. It's called Kaynes Semicon. They announce a joint venture to establish India's first secure, here we go, the first mover advantage. I want you to see this shit, because once a company goes with Seals Q and everything works, they're not going to leave. Why the fuck are they going to leave? Then they got to restructure all the shit. No, it's not going to happen. Seals Q and Kaynes Semiconductor announce a joint venture to establish India's first secure semiconductor center for onshore personalization and quantum resistant technology. Everybody's got that Seals Q. You can buy it on the NASDAQ. It's LAES, Larry, Adam, Edward, Sam. Okay. Seals, they spell it backwards. That's the ticker. If you're on the NASDAQ, if you got Robinhood or Webull or whatever the fuck you got, and you want to buy Seals Q, LAES. Congratulations. I'm going to congratulate you ahead of time before you're a millionaire off this shit, okay? Seals Q, a company that focuses on developing and selling semiconductors, PKI, and post-quantum technology hardware and software. You know where they get the software? HBAR. Oh, love it. Now, Seals Q is a subsidiary of WiseKey. That's a satellite. They got a company called WiseSat as well. A global leader in cyber security, digital identity, and Internet of Things solution platform. Today, announced the signing of a term sheet, TERM, a term sheet with Kaynes Semicon to form a joint company called Seal Kaynes SQ Limited to be established in India. The new entity aims to focus on developing a state-of-the-art semiconductor design and personalization center, strengthening India's strategic position in the global semiconductor supply chain. You know why they're doing this? I'm going to show you something right now. With all this stuff with China, and they keep fucking around with trade wars and shit, America's on great terms with India. And that country would sure love to have a lot of factories there making these semiconductors. How about that? And when the Chinese want to start flexing and shit, and we flex on the Chinese and they flex back, hey, India just wants to make a fuck ton of money, and I'm all for that. That's what I'm about right now, okay? Trying to make money. President Trump wants to work with a country that's friendly to America. Now, he wants to keep, of course, all the jobs here, but we can only do so much in our country. I'm looking at right here, Seals Q, a Swiss company. They also have locations in America. They're going to start factories in India and start cranking out these microchips. You know what the price of the Seals Q stock's going to be? Sky high. Congratulations for those that got Seals Q. I'm telling you what, every fucking week I'm seeing in the news, Seals Q is hooking up this, Hedera's hooking up that with Seals Q. This is fucking massive. You got Wecan mixed up in this. Ripple's a partner with all this. Chainlink, Algorand. This is fucking massive, okay? They're taking it up in satellites and shit. SpaceX is helping to launch all these satellites. I'm telling you, man, Seals Q is what's up. Some people don't want to invest in crypto. Okay, this is the next best thing right here. Alrighty then. Seals Q will hold 51% of the JV share capital. So, and JV holds 49% of the rights of the company. SEALSQ has an agreement with the India National Security. That's nice. That's very, very nice to have that. Guess what? That's called first mover advantage. India's made a deal with SEALSQ. The government, the national security of India has made a deal. These governments, let me tell you something. They don't want to start making deals with everyone. They want to deal with one customer, and that's it. They don't want to have 10, 20 different people, because the more people you got, the more fucking problems you got. I've learned that a lot in life. If you keep your circle small, you have a lot of less fucking problems. So India National Security is dealing with SEALSQ. They're not going to want to fuck around with anybody else. You could call this a monopoly, all right? And that's how government are. They get a contract. They don't want to be dealing. It's not like Walmart, where Walmart's got to deal with 3,000 companies. I mean, imagine a big Walmart and all the different products they got, all the companies that make, dude, that's a fucking nightmare. Trying to be like Walmart corporate buyer. You might have 3,000 accounts. That's a lot of work. What are they doing here? You hire SEALSQ and you forget about it after that. They take care of it. You got one company to deal with. Okay. That's first mover advantage. I'm going to let this article goes on and on and on. So I'm going to let it go right there. If you're brand new, please read the article. I want you to get familiar with what is SEALSQ, because they're HBAR partners, Hedera partners. You need to understand that. Let me check the comment section here. Righty then. Oi, oi. All right. Let's go. What do we got here? Okay, real estate tokens. Some of you guys are realtors. I've talked to you on the phone. You're $500 members. I'm not going to mention names. But this you're going to want to look at. If maybe you're somebody who owns a house. You're somebody who owns, when I say own it, you own it. Like own it, like property or whatever. This is an article here about the top 10, the top real estate tokenization platforms. There you go. With the arrival of blockchain technology, the real estate sector has recently experienced an unprecedented transformation. Tokenization is one of the most revolutionary uses of blockchain in real estate. Real estate tokenization platform makes it possible for people worldwide to trade and possess fractional stakes in properties, creating new investment options. Mr. or Miss Real Estate Agent, okay? Mr. or Miss Real Estate Investor, Mr. or Miss Property Investor, Owner. You could literally take your property. Let's say you own a bunch of land, tokenize it out. You got a bunch of farmland. It's worth $50 million. Maybe it's worth $5 million, 10, 20, $30 million of farmland, okay? That's good land, but and you're farming on it. Why not tokenize your 100-acre farm? Oh, and why not pull in another 10 to 15% a year of money? Let's say the land you got's worth $20 million, right? 10% of that, $2 million bucks a year. You just pulled in another $20 million a year. That's why I'm showing you this article. You could be maybe your family owns a farm, and there's 50 people in the family, and they all own this property. What if you guys tokenize your land? Now you're pulling in 20 million bucks. You all can split the money. You can make profits every year. People take loans. What you do is you tokenize all the land. You turn it into crypto. And when people needed loans, they'd go to these different companies, and you could make a deal with the company. Look, I don't know how all this is done. I'm just showing you what you can do. So you take that land, tokenize it out, and you got 30 family members, and y'all are splitting $2 million a year now. It's extra paycheck. It's like a bonus, okay? People take loans out. You give the loan. Maybe the loan company does all the work. They tokenize it. They do all loans. They charge 19% and they pay you 12. Or maybe they pay you 15. You have to make an agreement. But I'm just showing you this. You got to do all the research on it on your own. I'm just giving you the ideas. I'm giving you the website and the company's names. The company's names are right here. Red Swan. Oh, good thing it's not Black Swan. Red Swan is a commercial tokenization platform for commercial real estate. So you guys can go to their website, the Red Swan website. They don't list it here, but you have the article. Next, it's called Slice. With Slice, investors can own a portion of a large commercial property, such as a shopping center, office buildings. Next one is called Reido. REIDO. Reido is run by a decentralized autonomous organization, a DAO, which gives users a say in how the platform is developed and ran. Next, BrickBlock, BrickBlock. BrickBlock is another one of these tokenization platforms. A lot of you have heard of Propy. I heard of this first in 2020, right around May. Propy is PROPY. That's another one. Blockimo, BLOCKIMMO. The next one's called Brick Trade, all one word. The capital B is capital and the T is capital. Brick Trade. Then we got Block Square, Solid Block, Real T. You got real, the R is capital and the T is capital. And these are tokenization companies. So that's another opportunity that's out right now. Now, some of you, maybe you want to invest in property, but you really can't buy a house now, but maybe you got 10, 15,000 bucks. Maybe you want to put into a property and grow that into 30, 40,000, 50,000. I don't know. That's up to you. But at least I'm just showing you this, and you can check on yourself. Because I do talk to some of you guys and your realtors. So this one's for you. I keep an eye out for real estate, crypto type things, and then put that out for you. Let me check the comments. My daughter is a loan officer at a bank, and she said they consider crypto as assets. Oh, she is an investor as well. Black Apple says, I lease out a property. So what you can do in this case is, since you're the owner, you could lease it, and then with that property, lease it again on the blockchain. See what I mean? Double dip. But you can probably the company is going to charge you to do all the shit for you, unless you know how to do it all on your own. But they're going to probably charge a person. The interest rate might be 20, like whatever percent it is. And then you have to make a deal with them to see like what your portion would be. 15%, 10%, 12, 18. Like you have to work that out. Like you have to work out how much do you want to lease, each share of your property for? Because people are going to get loans. So somebody might need a loan for $5,000. And I don't know how all this stuff works, but you could arrange it to where you can charge, you could say what interest rate you want to charge people, and then you and that company split it. So just something for you to think about. All right. Let's go to Chainlink. Oh my God, Chainlink's in the news. This is so massive right here. Let me do a copy paste. Copy and then a paste. Now remember, Chainlink's a Ripple partner. Chainlink, I want you to see right now, all of a sudden now, I haven't seen Chainlink really do shit for a few years. I'm telling you what, I've been making crypto videos for 5.5 years almost. I have heard of Chainlink and everything, but I'm telling you what, the past 6 months, the past 3 months, Chainlink. It's all I'm hearing. Something's going on, everybody. They're all hooking up with oracles. They're all getting set up at the finish line, at the starting line. Okay. Chainlink is poised to power traditional finance to the blockchain. This is what's happening now, everybody. I don't care if the crypto prices are down. That shit don't matter. What are we seeing on Crypto Hulk channel? Fundamental news. Chainlink is hooking up businesses like Swift, the Depository Trust Clearing Corporation, JP Morgan. Chainlink is hooking up the biggest organizations in the world on a blockchain platform so they can switch. They can switch from using the old school way of doing business to cryptocurrency. I'm showing you them right now. The biggest companies in the world, I'm showing you right now, are getting all hooked up with crypto. I don't care what the prices are. It doesn't even fucking matter. When you watch other crypto shows, like, oh, the crypto market's kind of flat now. The only thing flat is their fucking head, okay? The network, Chainlink's network, secures $103 billion of value across 2,500 projects. Let me repeat this. Chainlink is involved with 2,500 crypto projects. The amount of money that's tied up in this now is $103 billion, and they're just getting started. Who are some of Chainlink's partners? Well, number one is called Swift. They move all the money in the world. But that's not a big deal. The prices of crypto are still low, Crypto Hulk. So it doesn't matter until I see the prices go up. Those are the people that got wrecked in crypto. The ones that I talk about right here, because they have no fucking clue what's going on. I'm reading to you right now about how Chainlink, which is a crypto, is hooking up Swift, the Depository Trust Clearing Corporation. They only move about $4 quadrillion a year. Now, I don't know what that is every day, but you could do the math. 4 quadrillion divided by 365. And that'll tell you a daily flow. It's probably like, I have no idea. It's probably some number I can't even figure out. And then you got JP Morgan, the world's most systemically important bank, is working with Chainlink with the Dtcc, Swift, and 2,500 businesses. There's a guy in here named Jeffries. I don't know who he is. Jeffries sees Chainlink as essential infrastructure for traditional finance blockchain integration. Oh my God. Link, which is Chainlink, token demand is set to grow as tokenization pilots move into production and institutions increasingly rely on Chainlink services. This is where it comes. They're starting to hook them up. You get them all hooked up, and the more they start using it, the volume starts going up and the scalability. That's how you get rich. Not like you don't get rich on news that this is happening. You get rich in finding the cryptos that we talk about on this program and you buy into them. And then when real world use case comes in, that's where we get rich. Year 2, 3 from now, whenever that is. That's how I think. I don't know how you think. Here's what the article says. Now, this is on CoinDesk, so they're like a very reputable. Chainlink could become a foundational layer for traditional finance. Wow, they actually just come out and tell you the crypto. Wow. The decentralized Oracle network connects smart contracts to real-world data and off-chain systems. They're showing you right here how it's going down. If we scroll down a little more, it shows here, as of September, Chainlink secured $103 billion in assets through its Oracle feeds, up from $23 billion last year. So last year, Chainlink had 23 billion tokenized and stuff. Now they got 103 billion. That's like 5x. Who's involved in this? Swift, Dtcc, Euroclear, and JP Morgan, and 2,500 others. We're going to look into these companies here. Let's look at the Dtcc. Some of you don't know what this is. I need you to understand basics. Crypto Hulk, what is the Dtcc? Why do I need to know about it? Because that's how you get rich. Here's an article here. The Dtcc, they have 100,000 transactions per day. And they're using the R3 Corda platform. And that R3 Corda platform uses the XDC crypto. Here's your evidence for that. And then I'll go back to the Dtcc article. So go over to Caleb Brown and get the XDC crypto, because let me show you why. Here's a Dtcc. What the DTC is they're like the boss of the top 30 countries of the world, stock exchange, derivatives, and all these things. If you look in this article at the very bottom, now this article is 2022, so it's older. And the numbers are much higher. If you look at the last paragraph, it shows you $2.4 quadrillion. It's more like 4. It's more like 4 right now, okay? The DTCC moves about $4 quadrillion a year. It says there, its depository provides custody and asset for 177 countries. Pretty much the whole entire world, all their stock market money, they have 21 locations in that same paragraph at the bottom, from 21 locations around the world. So that they're not in every country. They're in 21 locations, but they control all the stock markets in the world. That's massive right there. And guess what? They're using Chainlink, and then I'm showing you here, they're using the XDC crypto. Bam. The Crypto Hulk, it's 8 cents. Stop talking about the price. That's why you're going to end up fucking broke, okay? You need to understand what Crypto Hulk is showing you. It's not about the fucking price. It's about the fundamental news. That's how you end up rich from Crypto Hulk program. Not that little dumbass pump dump shit. That's so fucking stupid. When I go over crypto, it's worth a ton of money, and you're going to dump it to make $200. That's the dumbest fucking shit I ever heard of in my life. Okay, right here. R3 Corda. Here's a page for R3 Corda. Powers the first digital bond on Euroclear. Now, if we go back to the original article, I named off 4 companies. Swift, Dtcc, which we just did, Euroclear, JP Morgan. Let's look at Euroclear. R3 Corda. What is that? XDC crypto is involved in that one too. So we got Chainlink and XDC crypto. Now, I'm not going to buy Chainlink personally because I'm not spending $28 or whatever it is. But that XDC, I highly suggest you go to Caleb Brown, load up, okay? R3 Corda powers the first digital bond on Euroclear digital financial market. R3 Enterprise. Now, this article here is 2 years old. The transaction represents a major development in Euroclear's ongoing digital financial market infrastructure, harnessing the power of R3 Corda, and that is the XDC crypto in use. Now, Citibank's mixed up in this, the world's second biggest bank. I'm just looking through the article. Okay, that article's done. Next, here's your article showing you that Chainlink is a Ripple partner. So now we see 2 cryptos that are going to run the world. If you watch this program, you should know exactly what cryptos the whole world's going to run on. Ripple partners with Chainlink, and they're going to utilize the Ripple Lab US dollar. Now, Chainlink was in a project called Project Guardian. I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to show you all the cryptos that are going to run the world, everybody. We're about to see. I'm going to have to read it off to you because it's on Grok. Let's see. Let me get rid of that article. Chainlink and UBS Bank. So Chainlink's a Ripple partner. UBS Bank's a Ripple partner. They're going to advance, listen to this, a $100 trillion fund. Do you know how much BlackRock is worth with all their holdings? $12 trillion. What we're talking about right here is now BlackRock owns so much. BlackRock is the most systemically important business in the entire world. They own 12 trillion in assets. Guess what? Chainlink is working on a project with UBS Bank, 100 trillion. That's 8 times BlackRock. These numbers are getting massive. Absolutely cray-cray. Chainlink has launched a solution allowing banks to interact with tokenized investment funds using SWIFT. Oh my God. A traditional finance messaging. Everybody, I'm showing you what. This whole thing was taken off. We're talking about SWIFT, Chainlink, $100 trillion. They're just starting. They're just starting. Pretty soon, this will be like $5 quadrillion. You are literally watching from the Crypto Hulk show. I'm showing you how the future of the whole world is setting up. And I'm naming off the cryptos that you need to have on your list. The pilot. This is a pilot. They have barely even started. And they're already got $100 trillion. The pilot aims to unlock the benefits of blockchain for the $100 trillion global fund industry. And follows, here's where Project Guardian comes in. Watch where I'm going to take you right here. And follows previous work with Project Guardian. That was another pilot. Here's Grok right here. Project Guardian was in Singapore. You know, Ripple Singapore, right? So that's why it was in Singapore. It was launched 3 years ago in 2022. Project Guardian. The United Kingdom's involved, and so is Singapore. Let me read off some of the banks involved. JP Morgan, DBS, UBS, SBI, Digital, Deutsche Bank, Citibank, Household. These are all the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 banks, everybody in the world. Australian, New Zealand Bank, Apollo, Franklin Templeton, BlackRock's involved in this. What cryptos are involved? Chainlink, Swift, Axelar, that's Ripple, Cosmos, that's Ripple, Avalanche, Layer 0. The Bank of International Settlements is involved in this. They're the bank of all the banks. They're the Bank of International Settlements sets the policy for all the banks in the world. Guess what? Ripple's a part of that. They're partners. Now, we talked about the cryptos, Chainlink, Axelar, Cosmos, Avalanche. Do you know what Cosmos has? Well, Cosmos has Persist and Ripple as a partner. And here's your article. They made a blockchain called Cosmos SDK. Let's look right here. That Project Guardian, now it's all about Ripple. Look right here, Evmos. Remember, you got Ethereum Virtual Machine Operating System. That's Evmos, and it collaborates with Ripple and Persist. If you read this article, I'll just break it down for you. Ripple and Persist, along with a company called Tendermint, they made a blockchain that's interoperable for Solana, Ethereum, and the Cosmos. They hooked up 90 blockchains. 90 different cryptos are now able to do this. Ripple and Persist created what they call an inter-blockchain communication protocol. It's called Cosmos SDK. It's like the XRP ledger. It's called Cosmos SDK. Now I'm going to show you something interesting. BlackRock has a partnership with Ondo Finance, okay? Now, Ondo Finance is using the Cosmos SDK. So what do we see here, really? You've got BlackRock, the biggest company in the world, is working with Ondo for the world's first tokenization, but Ondo's using Cosmos SDK that was made by Ripple and Persist to have Ethereum, Solana, and Cosmos chains all interoperable. Very interesting. And Swift, the interest, now where does Swift come in? The BlackRock people that helped make this with Ondo and Ripple, they left to go to work at Swift. So now Swift is going to have the same interoperability that BlackRock does with Ondo and Ripple. This is all going down right now. And all those cryptos that I named, those are the ones that are involved. And we're at the 1 hour mark, and this show is over. Let me check the comment section. 85 bucks. I'm going to talk with Chase tomorrow about a deal using XRP as collateral. Quant. Yeah, I don't know if Kaylin Brown has Quant. You might want to check. That'll be it. That is tonight's show. I still got one article left, but we're over time anyway. Thanks, Hulk. Hey, I showed you how it's all getting set up. I showed you all the players. We talked about different crypto platforms. We got the DTC involved, Euroclear, Swift, BlackRock, Ripple, Cosmo. I named them all. You have no reason not to get rich. I'm telling you right now with facts. I showed you the biggest companies, the biggest banks in the world. I showed you what platforms they're using and the cryptos they're building them with. I can't do any more than that. My name's Crypto Hulk, and I'll see you in my next broadcast.